Hi, Professor Muncie. Good evening. This is Maria Campbell, and this is my initial um, summary and response, Imagining the Future. What I found in this article by Canadian-born designer Bruce Mao, Imagining the Future, he describes his way of thinking, how it came about an overwhelming urge. The author did not know what his urge was and why it was bothering him so much. The author, who's the designer who gets to travel the world doing a job he really enjoys. What is this huge urge that he feels I can't scratch? The author was offered a job to design a major exhibition on the future of design for the Vancouver Art Gallery. The author did not accept the special design project because it felt too overwhelming. After thinking about it, the author, thinking about the project, it became an overwhelming urge he could not scratch. It was a split between reality and mood. How can he make a change and have both the design world and the real world blend into one? This became the author's biggest challenge and goal, to try and make these worlds meet and become realistic with one another. Now, in reading this article and writing the summary and response, it was very easy to understand the author's point of view, what his explanations were, what his backup was for his story. And in the summary and response, what I was able to take away was basically to become a better person and helping out in any way you can, instead of looking the other way. If something, it's easier to, I guess, look away and pretend the problem is not there or that the problem does not continue than to address it. Think about a way to resolve this problem, by it being a fundraiser, by it being some type of foundation, and by obtaining the resources, the people, and the tools to make this happen. We all become so overwhelmed with just looking to our basic needs that the bigger problem is still there. We just choose not to look at it, we choose not to focus on it, and basically choose to avoid it. What the biggest challenge for me to meet the essay requirements was to continue writing without repeating myself, because the main point of the article that I got was the author's perception of, he lives a comfortable life, enjoys his work, and he's perfectly fine with that. Then he sees obstacles where people would rather be pessimistic and look at, no, there's still a lot of poverty in the world, there's still a lot of disease, there's no cure for cancer, versus trying to say, yes, we have come so far, yes, we do still need to go further, but we have improved, we have progressed, and we have advanced. So to try to point these things out without sounding redundant or without repeating the same thing is what I think was my biggest challenge, because it could have been done more in a one page, and that's where I need the help on how can I ask, or how can I give feedback to the author's article without repeating myself, and how can I ask questions that I can address. I mean, that to me, that was the biggest challenge. There were several questions, but I didn't know whether to put it from, or write it from a, you know, in Mao, the author's last name's article, or in the author's article, how to reference the author, to do I put any of my opinion in this? How do I respond to the article without not not responding, but my thoughts, not being judgmental, I guess would be the biggest question, because I can do a question and answer, but if this is more of an essay format, then it needs to run smoother versus putting it in a question answer type format. So whatever feedback you can provide for me, that would be greatly appreciated. And then hopefully that will help out looking at the reference log, the write-up, the book, the textbook, and hopefully all these together will help me. And I guess looking at the grading rubric too, to see what I may be missing, where I can improve, where I can change, what better of a format to change this to. Any feedback would be appreciated. Thank you, Professor Muncie.